A lot of people hate their lives, and a lot of that stems from not knowing how to find their ikigai. So today I'm going to explain what an ikigai is, because that word sounds maybe foreign to you, because it is a foreign word. I'm going to explain how to find yours if you haven't found it already. So first, let's look at the characters. Iki means life, and then gai or kai means worth. Put it all together, it's a life worth living. So some people translate that to the reason you wake up in the morning, the reason you get out of bed, and the reason you do what you do every single day. Sounds pretty simple, but it's not simple at all. It's actually very hard to find. My name is Christal Burnette. I'm an Okinawan health and plant specialist, and I live on the island of longevity, Okinawa, Japan. The people that live on this longevity island all have found their ikigai, because having an ikigai is related to living a very long, healthy life. Let me explain a few basics that you need to understand about ikigai before you even start the path of finding your own. 1. Ikigai is not an end goal. You don't find it and you're at the end of the race. You're not at the finish line. Ikigai is something that you find and then you live with, and it may change throughout your life. So if you're unsure of what it is now, it may change next year, it might be different 10 years from now, or it might be the same. It doesn't matter. Everyone is different and everyone's ikigai is different. There's no ikigai that is the same, just like snowflakes. Also, ikigai does not equal happiness. This is a big misconception. People think that you find your ikigai, you are happy. You know what makes you happy, so then that must be your ikigai. Those things do not equate. So ikigai is actually just fulfilling your heart, fulfilling your soul. And that sounds very cheesy. I say a lot of cheesy things in my videos, but they're true. An ikigai is what keeps you content in your heart. It doesn't necessarily put a smile on your face. Now, I hope it puts a smile on your face, but do not worry if it doesn't. But when I do actions that are related to my ikigai, when I finish and look back at what I did, I feel contentment in my heart. I feel happy, satisfied, fulfilled, and I look back and I know that that was what my ikigai was. Now, I want to tell a few personal stories from my life. They're quite personal, but they will better explain how to find your ikigai, because I'm sure you can relate. I like health. I'm on the longevity island. How did I get to that point though? I knew I was interested in health. I wanted to know why the Okinawans are so healthy. Why are they in such a healthy BMI? Why are they living such long, healthy lives? So I had this idea of making something called a veggie box. So what I did is I put Okinawan vegetables in a box and I tried to sell it to the military Americans that live on Okinawa. And the reason is because I like vegetables and fruit as well. I like to cook them and I like to be healthy, feel healthy after I eat them. Now I can read, write, speak, and listen to Japanese, but the military Americans here cannot. So I wanted to give them that information, teach them what kind of veggies are in the box, how to make them, and how to be healthy. So this is my ikigai. I totally thought I got my ikigai down. The veggie box is what I'm gonna do with my life. I'm gonna sell it to Americans. I'm gonna spread Okinawan longevity. It's gonna go great. I got the logistics figured out. I figured out which farmers to get veggies from. I found the boxes. I put it in the boxes. I've made the flyers. I found a person to deliver the boxes for me. And it was terrible. I just hated it. It brought me so much stress, just the thought of wondering if this farmer's not going to deliver this veggie, or if my delivery guy is not going to show up to work. Just so much stress and anxiety and just worry. And I'm sure you have felt the similar feelings as well. If you've ever just felt stress or anxiety when you wake up and think about the thing you're going to do during the day. I had a business partner at the time when I was doing this veggie box business. I meet him at McDonald's, we sit down, and he goes, okay, how are we going to continue this veggie box business? How's it going? How can we make more money? And I just sat down and I looked at him and I just started crying. I just started crying in a Japanese McDonald's. It was very embarrassing. But that's when I knew. That's when my body, my soul was telling me, Christal, you need to stop this. This is not your ikigai. You do not enjoy this. This is the signal that you need to stop. That is something that I want you to realize, that your body will release the intuition, the signals, the signs that you need to stop. And you need to listen to your body when it tells you that. Now, the stories do not end there. What am I gonna do next? I'm gonna buy a restaurant, and that will give me cash flow in order to do other things that I really like to do. I thought this was a great idea. I was gonna get a restaurant, make a bunch of money, and then take that money and do what I love. That's kind of like an ikigai, right? That's what I thought. And let me tell you, the first month was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. Just the amount of money I lost. Maybe you have tried something and it was just an absolute garbage on fire, just dumpster on in complete flames. It was that bad. But you learn from it. For some reason, the disasters always happen on the weekend, especially Sunday morning. And I would always go to bed and pray, tomorrow there will be no issues. No one will call me with issues. I just knew. I already knew from the Veggie Box experience that doing this restaurant, even if I make more money, I don't care. It's not worth it. It's not worth the stress. It's not worth the headache. It's not worth the anxiety. It's not worth the sadness. So again, I thought this was connected to my ikigai, and it was not. So what is my ikigai? It is teaching about Okinawan longevity. I absolutely love it. Every time I do a live session, in-person session, or a YouTube video, I always feel so fulfilled after I finish and so happy that I did it. Now I'm going to give you 4 simple steps on how you can find yours and hopefully not struggle as much as I did. And please subscribe so I can help other people find their ikigai as well. Let's get into it. Number 1 seems really obvious, but it actually isn't as obvious as you may think. That would be to try a bunch of different things. Now, people might think, try a bunch of different things. Of course, I try different things all the time. But if you really think about it, people aren't trying a variety of things as much as they think they are. Hear me out. I played soccer my entire life. The only reason I played soccer is because my mom told me to, because she played soccer. Now, I love soccer, all right? It was a great sport. Luckily, I love soccer. But it's not like I tried tennis, and then I tried ballet, and then I tried football or something, and then I tried soccer, and oh, what? I love soccer. That's not how it happens. And most kids and adults, that's never how it happens. You pick one thing, you do it, and then you just stick with it, whether you love it or not, because you don't know what the opposite is. Number 2, let's narrow it down to what you're good at out of all those things you tried, and what you enjoy doing at the same time. So, like I said with the restaurant, I enjoy running businesses. I like being an entrepreneur, businesswoman, whatever. But I didn't enjoy doing the restaurant. So I got one, but I didn't have the other. So I want you to think carefully about what you're doing, make sure you're good at it, and also enjoy it at the same time. Step number 3 is to create a plan. You want to really make a plan, make sure you can integrate it into your life, and then you'll be happy and it will go smoothly, and you're not anxious and stressed, and you find that happiness and content, fulfillment in your heart. So plans are important. Please keep that in mind. The last step is the best step, because this is the step where you take action. You just do it. You look in the back here, I have my ikigai sitting right behind me. It is a Okinawan dark brown sugar. It is a Okinawan health product. It took almost a decade to create, but that was my goal when I first started my company here in Okinawa, and it is finally existing. I finally did it, and I am so happy that I was able to do it, because if you told me 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago that you were gonna make the Okinawan health product Christal, I would have been like, no way. If I can do it in a foreign country, you can do it too.